Hey, it's Alger and Greif, the Oregonian, alongside Tyson Alger, the Oregonian. We just watched the Oregon Ducks really handle Arizona Wildcats 51-13 in the Pac-12 championship game. The game was, I believe, 23-0 at halftime. Oregon allowed 25 yards, I should say, on 25 plays for Wildcats. It's quite the performance, offensively and defensively. A lot of penalties, and Marcus Mariota wasn't all that sharp in the first half with his passing, but he ended up with 5 touchdowns anyway total. Three. Well, I can't remember the breakdown at this point. They just seemed like they came one after another.
Yeah.
Oregon seems to be in play for a New Year's Day semifinal at the Rose Bowl. They've kind of big storylines are known at this point. What jumped out to you that you noticed, maybe small things? You wrote about the role players in this game, the Johnny Lloyds, the Aiden Schneiders, who made kind of Oregon, gave them the time to come out and stage what ended up being a dominating performance.
Yeah, I mean, it was a combination between them and just that incredible defensive effort there in that first half. I think at the end of the first half, it was about 35 to about 25 in terms of total yards. Oregon's offense did take a while to get going, especially there in the red zone in that first half. You had Aiden Schneider kicking the first 2 field goals on the first 2 drives. And then he had another one there to end the half. But a lot of the offensive players I talked to in the locker room said a lot of that was set up by the defense because Arizona's defense was so gassed because the offense was going 3 and out mixed with the Ducks' hurry-up offense out there, and you just had players that were on the field for an incredible amount of time during that game. And that's really what kind of opened it up there and for the gashing that you saw in the second half.
Helfrich said that the offense was tight, was tense in the first half. They just need to loosen up a little bit. But he said when Oregon took that 6-0 lead on their sideline, as he put it, it felt like 28-0 because they just sensed that the defense was going to stage a shutout or pitch something close to a shutout. The final touchdown by Arizona was in the final play of the game, just garbage time points.
Yeah.
You know, that margin was huge. I mean, it wasn't quite, it was even worse than it looked if you're Arizona.
Yeah.
For Oregon, it looked great. I think Darren Carrington in particular had quite a good game, 7 receptions for more than 100 yards. Dwayne Stanford didn't play. You talked to him in that locker room afterward. He's Oregon's second leading receiver, and yet they looked like they didn't miss a beat.
Yeah, he said he was just hobbled for this game and should be all right for the next one. He got a really good vantage point of what everybody else was doing out there. He was very impressed with the way Carrington played. He said he came to practice this week with, and it's kind of like a cliche when a guy has a good game, you hear that they practiced so well that week. But he said Darren looked like a whole different dude on Monday. And Charles Nelson also had 7 catches for more than 100 yards as well. Devin Allen found the end zone for the first time since the last time they played Arizona in October. Even with Keenan Lowe a little bit hobbled today too, you're finding that this receiving core is a lot deeper than a lot of people thought it was going to be way back in the fall.
A couple housekeeping things. Andre Irthagowania looks like he injured some kind of a part of the right leg. He favored that right leg coming off the field, was helped off the field. He tweeted after the game that he was good. We'll obviously see he has plenty of time to rest up before the national semifinal that they're going to find themselves in. Thomas Steiner didn't travel. They had a travel limit for this game, and it didn't make sense to bring him if he's still hurt with a shoulder and ankle. No. Other than that, everybody seemed to play quite well. DeForest Buckner, I should point out, played very well on defense, led the team with 7 tackles, and the Arizona offensive line came in tonight with 166 combined starts in their career, and he made them all look like freshmen making their first game. He just bowled through there, I thought, the whole rest of the night.
So now the Ducks have about 3 or 4 weeks off before they'll be playing in the inaugural college football playoff. It will likely be in the Rose Bowl in Pasadena. Yeah, the Heisman maybe next.
Yeah.
And we'll be back next week.